Hi, how are you going? My name's Adam. I'm with Happy Days Imagery. Normally just doing photography and a bit of video work. I've just picked up this ReePlex Pro Strength CTP-PR090 from Dynamo Fitness, which I've just in the last stages of putting together. There's a few little issues. The instructions aren't exactly the greatest in the world. Just a few arrows on some schematics, not really explaining when things should go together or what order they should go in. So I thought I'd just put this quick video together on anything else that might end up getting one of these machines and wanting to put it together yourself. Yeah, just a couple of little tips I found while I was putting this together. The machine came in a pretty big box. I'll put some photos when I got it and when I've initially laid it out. There's colour coding on it for left and right. All the pulleys, they just came in a general bag. Then when you initially open the box up, all the nuts and bolts, the tools that you're going to need are in 3 blister wrapped packets with labels, and on the instructions there's corresponding numbers so that you can work out which piece is which. They call their washers gaskets, but they're actually washers. There's some basic tools to put things together so that if you don't have the tools, you will eventually be able to get it together. The extra tools that I employed to make the job a lot faster was a 3/8 drive, a rattle gun, a punch there to line the holes up, and a couple of hammers to put the split pins in. So in the initial construction they have you putting this frame here up the back here with onto these bottom bits. Inside of here, on the end of this, is a counterweight that balances this bar here. You've got to screw the cable into that weight and then put that down. The way that they had it was you put the cable in first and then you put these on. I've put the mats out. You can see there's a metre by metre mats. The whole unit quite comfortably sits on that, and then I've got another 2 mats down here for the bench when I lay it out. The next section I had a bit of fun with after putting it together was these bottom brace bits. You need to put them on loose so that you can line up these a bit later and then tighten them up after. Then with the cabling, this shorter cable here, it's fixed points there. It goes up and around and then down through this pulley here, underneath there, and it goes up to there and then goes to the bottom pulley system there. These bolts here, they have the washers on both sides, and there's an adjustment there for later on so that you can get all the weights at the right height. So that's that one there. So you put that through and then you leave that off to the side while you go forth and construct the rest of it. The lat pull down cables at the front of the machine, they run through these 2 pulleys just here. They go down there to the back, centre 2 pulleys, then they go straight down the back. So they're the centre ones there. They go down there to the suspended pulley just here, back around to a fixed point up the top here, which is then bolted off. There's 6 cables in the pack, 3 for each side. 2 really long ones, 2 medium ones. These are the medium ones for this, and then the 2 short ones, which are the ones down the bottom there. The next tip I've got is basically all of these pulleys here can go on out of order. You can put them up there because the pulley system will fit through those. Now this section here with the and there's more pulleys on the back. Again, they can all go into place. All those pulleys that are on a bracket can get put into place out of order. So if you want to get them in, and it's a lot easier to get them in sometimes while they're in place there. And again, these ones here, they've got the washer on both sides, so you've got to pull it out. They had the bolts facing. I faced them out because it's a small room and I'm going to be inside here working out, not on the outside. So there's less with the bolts on the nuts on the outside of the bolt of the cage. It's a lot neater from my perspective. I haven't put this second cover on here. Tip I've got here is these plates sit on 2 rubbers, and there's a recess in here that these 2 poles sit in. These are only really light and they're held in place with these. They pull straight out there, when you get the boxes out, the boxes that they're in are labelled 1 to 3. So as you pull them out of the box, when you get them in order, you take them straight out of the box. I left them balanced up to about here, and then slowly thread the poles through, and was able to just pull that forward, like pull it off forward, and then put the last of the weights down. The other thing here is to make sure you give yourself, this collet here doesn't go until last. So they have you putting it in early on, but if you put it in early on and you need to adjust the cables, you can't adjust them. So this is the last thing you put on after you've adjusted the cables to the right length. So leave that. That's really important that you leave this split pin out until you've got all your cables adjusted at the end. And the other thing is to, when you're before you put this pulley on, put your pin in for your weights. And also these, when you put this bracket plate, while I'm here, when you put this last thing on, put these on before you put it up. This center fascia is too long, so you'll want to sort of fit it and cut it on the bottom so that the top bit's all nice and neat, and the bottom is covered down there so that you can't see the cut. Put those on as well before you put that final fascia plate on there, just to make it all pretty. Okay, so the bit that I really struggled with, and the instructions just don't tell you, is the final long, there's 2 final long cables, which there's no instruction how to, like the instruction to put them in are just absolutely chaotic. There's just nothing there at all. Ended up figuring it out just by following the pulleys. So putting the pulleys in first gives you a bit of an idea. The pulley sizes are labelled, and that was easy enough to sort of work out anyway, just by the way that they lined up. So this here actually pulls off the end of this so that it can be threaded through the whole unit. So just a quick demo here. It really threw me for a while. That goes down there like that. That pops out of there like that. And this, which I initially thought was a hard piece of plastic, will actually pull off of that. So that this can go off of here and be threaded through from the front. I threaded it through from the front, but it can go either way. But I found it went quite well, and I'll show you the route that took to get it in. So this is the same on both ends, this side. Now this is the bottom foot plate one, obviously. It goes through to there. Okay, so to put the last 2 long cables on, there's one on each side. It's a dual pulley system. We take, as I showed you on the last video, at the foot base, take the foot base off one, and so it's just all of this is off. Then you thread it straight through here. That goes through there, and then up this pulley here. It goes around that pulley, down through the center, underneath the pulley that's under there, straight across here, inside, then back down here. Then it goes down. You pick up that suspended pulley down there, you thread it through, and then it goes back up, and then across on the 45 to this one, and then it goes down, and then another pulley at the top here, which is the top of the weight stack, goes back up, and then back around down this pulley, back down again. And then it goes down under the outside one, into the other suspended pulley, and then back around there, underneath there, and it comes out to the front where the foot brace is. So I wasn't going to do the seat, but the seat tended nightmare. The instructions really aren't very clear at all. So before I put the top section of the seats on so you can see exactly how all this fits together. So this bracket sits on the outside, slides up and down, and these fit underneath, and there's a collet through those. I don't know what the right way to put this or what order it was in. I ended up putting the legs on first, and then I fitted these 2 bars and fitted this top one, and then fitted this outside bracket on here. Put these in, and then on the top and the bottom on both sides. Then screwed the plate in and put that down on, lowered it down on the top. So that one, so that's your seat incline there, and that there, is your slide. I don't know if that helps, but I didn't actually look at it in the store to see how it all went together. So if you end up getting a seat with the package, that's what it looks like before the padding's on, so that you can sort of see in it.